time to build the Proflex. So if you haven't seen part 1, which was installing the Girvin vector fork, replacing the elastomers on it, go and check that out. But today we're going to be building the Proflex 853. This is a frame from 1993, as you can generally denote by the last digit of the model number. The 853 was the sort of second highest, with the 953 being the top. This was fully equipped with Shimano Deore XT gear. Had the wheelset, the derailleurs, shifters, brakes, all of it. The only difference to what you see here is the Girvin forks. The 853 came with some Pace RC35s, I do believe, and I've just decided to put the vectors on because that was sort of 953 spec. So today going to be building this up. Frame, well, I have gone way over budget with the spend on this, thanks to replacing the elastomers, the vector forks and the full XT. It is going to cost an arm and a leg, but I think it should look good. I'm going to replace those black elastomers on the rear with some of the clear yellow ones to match the front. Oh, look at the lights gone. And it's going to be XT all round, so I'm going to dive in, first replace those elastomers and then get the rest of the build done. Okay, I'm going to have to hit pause just there before I finished. It's almost together, almost there. It's literally just the front derailleur, chain, and then cabling it all up is left to go. However, as I said, I'm going to have to hit pause. I need a new front derailleur. My own fault really. I was picking through the pictures. I got this derailleur, it's an Xt M75. I need a 31.8mm clamp to go on here, down pull, and I found one on eBay. As I said, front derailleur, I was being picky. I noticed that there was a 1 1/4 mark on there, which if you convert that should get to 31.8. So on the derailleur itself it says 1 1/4 inch, which is 31.8 mil. It was listed as a 34.9 though, and I questioned it. I was like, is this actually for this? And then oh sorry, yep, my mistake, you're right. Turns out it is actually a 34.9. Someone in the past has put a 34.9 mil band on, and yeah, so there's two different measurements on this derailleur, and it doesn't quite fit. It wobbles around. I could pack it out with an adapter, but I don't have one, so I need to grab an adapter or grab a new derailleur, whichever I can find, and then I can finish it off. At the same time, I'm also going to grab some new brake pads, because the ones I have don't fit the threaded post, not threaded post, smooth post style mounts which are on there, so I'm going to grab some of them, and then we can get it finished. And that is about all I can do for this episode. But the Proflex is together. It just about rides. I do have to again find some new chain rings for it. The middle chain ring is too worn. It just skips in that, and maybe the outer, I'm not sure about that, but the inner's fine, the inner rides around, the inner works. And this bike is so bouncy, so bouncy. It's awesome for bunny hops. Like, they can get quite a bit of height straight away with the bunny hop. But yeah, there it is. Proflex 853 with a Girvin vector fork. Looks awesome. So up in the cockpit, we've got the lizard skin grips. I really like the lizard skin stuff. It's quite soft and cheap. It's good on your hands, I've found, and it seems to suit it. We've got the Shimano Xt M75, I think. Shifters and brake levers all in one. Shift pod on this side had to be changed, and the other side had to be cleaned out. I couldn't repair the one on this side that was here originally for some reason. Just tried stripping it down, cleaning everything. Even tried replacing the internals with a set of a LX model. They're the same internals, just different lever styles. And it seemed to work, but it just kept on catching, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good for use. So yeah, new shifter pod on this side, and they're quite nice. I like the action on them. Cable routing with these vector fork. This vector fork has been a nightmare. But you saw the vector fork build. It seems to be nice. You did see it was, let me move you around, very close there to the headset, and there is a patch a couple of patches there I need to touch up. So yeah, that was very close to the headset, that little spacer just there, but when you ride it, it's away, it's fine. It's just when the fork is at full extension. Brake wise, again, Shimano XT. What year is this now? This is 93. So yeah, this should be the M735 still, I believe. I honestly can't remember what I've bought now. It's all Shimano XT, but I just can't remember the exact codes. Yeah, I'm going to go with the M735. These ones came off Marsan. Sorry, I can't think of how to pronounce your name properly. MSS Cycling Techniques on eBay. Always has loads of stock. The pedals came off him as well, so check him out. But yeah, I've teamed them up with some Koolstop pads, some new old stock ones. I've seen these grey ones come on a few bikes, and I do have a set of modern ones as well to switch out if and when I need to. Wheels are the M730 set, both front and rear with Mavic rims, as you can see here. Mavic rims, they weren't cheap, but they look nice, they're straight, there's good wear on the rims for lots more riding, and they've been teamed up with the IRC Mythos XC Tyres. Nice red wool on there to match the red of the bike. I think it works really well. Again, they're about, I don't know, £60 for the pair, front and rear. I think there is a specific front and a specific rear. But yeah, looking forward to get riding on those because they look like some nice tyres. Front drivetrain, some Deore MT60 pedals. I've resprayed the cages on those and polished up the internals. Crankset is the M730 Deore XT. As I said, I need to replace that middle chainring at very least because that is one that's worn. Inner absolutely fine, so I can cruise around on the inner for the moment, and if I want a bit of speed I can shift up to the outer, which I think is in good condition, but I'll probably change that as well. Derailleur, had a bit of trouble with that. Originally bought one that was a band type, one of the old style, which is like bolted via the front. Didn't work, did not work at all. Had to get this style, which had another look around. Had to spend another, I don't know, £25 on that. The XT group is completed with the rear derailleur. Again, pretty good condition. There's a small scuff on there which I'm going to touch up just on the front there, but the logo is in good condition, the alloy is in good condition. Going to polish that out before the first ride and final showing of it. Yeah, 7-speed Shimano HG41 cassette with the SRAM PC830 chain. They do mesh together well, and I do like the SRAM stuff. So this bike came with some black elastomers on there that have been replaced. They were rock solid. They were no good at all, so I'm glad I bought these replacements. The ones that came for this frame were 2 of this size, which just weren't going to fit on there. There was no way at all they were going to fit on there. So I had to do a little bit of cutting. I cut this top one roughly in half. It's compressed a little bit now when I've done it up, but it actually feels quite good. Like just riding around a little bit here, doing a few tiny little bunny hops, it feels quite good. Definitely worth upgrading these, replacing these, because the old tired ones are no good at all. I'm really happy with that. I'm really looking forward to trying it out. Gotta be honest, this rear brake cable routing threw me at first. You've got to route it through this pulley cantilever type system. Cable comes down, goes into this, then actually comes down to the frame to bolt on before you put the bridge over. Threw me at first because I could not just in my head it didn't work, but it does work. Little awkward to adjust properly, feels a little bit sloppy, but we'll see what it's like on the first ride. But that right there is my Proflex 853 build done, apart from changing the chainring of course. So I'm just going to wait for that to come, and then I'm going to take this out. I'll probably just take it cross country to start with, like down the canals and that, and then we might take it over Cannock as well, see how it rides. If everything's good with the first test ride, which I'll also film, I'll take it out on the trails and put it through a bit more of its paces. Yeah, I think it should be good to ride. It's just a little apprehensive about how the elastomers and the vector fork are going to cope with everything, because I don't want to ruin it. But I'm going to call it there. Don't know how long this video is, but I hope you enjoyed this little build of the 853. Hope you look forward to the follow-up ride, and I'll just leave you with this car going past with this beautiful image of the Vector. A bit more polishing up to do, a little bit touching up, and we'll be out on the road. So look out for that. Subscribe for more content, like and dislike to your heart's content, and I'll see you in the next one.